What's up, everyone? This is my new studio. I am blessed to be located now in the heart of East LA, the true East LA. This is the rear of the building. It's actually separated from everything else. It's its own building. It's about 11.5-foot ceilings. Really cool. It already came with 2 ISO booths. And you can't see it, but that's Atlantic right there. As you know, I have a lot of gear, so things have been jammed everywhere. But this is a really, really great room. I mean, I can already get the vibes from it. So the studio was actually a recording studio and an apartment in the back. So a few things to get the plumbing and sink in order. Fernando's helped me out with that. And more gear and more gear. So it's a pretty crazy setup with this apartment in the back. And then you walk back in and that's the traction room. So wish me luck. All my friends that have been very supportive, I appreciate that. Anybody that sent me ribbon mics, I'm just down for a week and I'll be on it again. This is definitely some life-changing stuff, trying to find a spot to put a new studio. So I did it. I made it. Jesus. All right, so here's a run through. I know it looks like a lot of mess, but kind of goes through my studio. Little kitchen area I've got to get organized. Got to fix up the little bathroom. And then here is the big room. So instruments, front door, high ceiling. These booths are filled with my gear. I have to get them organized. More over here. More over here. Paint. It's my own spot. Need to shave. All right, update. Starting to look more like a studio now. I just got some pegboard that was new. The molding, which we all know molding is incredibly expensive. This is actually the same wood that's used for making fences. The cheapest Home Depot stuff, like $6, $3. Got those. They put some washers, spray painted them black. Those are the Manny design from my old studio that Earl Houston is at now. But anyways, these are the ISO booths. They're the same. I just framed them out. I used some spare pegboard that just stuck them there. There's no real reason. Got pegboard over there. That was a light re-gifted to me from Thomas from my old studio. That's just a little light going on. Some curtains back there. That's the Going into the mixing room, that was from St. Vincent's, $12. I just got that. And the door that takes you out to the front street is still there. The theater curtain, you'd be shocked on how much it just takes the hiss out of any high-end frequencies. So it's kind of cool to have it there. Technically, starting to look like a studio. I'm into it. There it is. Broke no joke. Well, here's a little ditty. So, obviously, this is a really old building, and there's a really weird, small shaped door. But if you look at the, a regular full-size door, it's almost the same length. Obviously, we're losing about maybe 6 or 7 inches on the bottom. So Steve was nice enough to build a basic door out of 2x4s, and initially it was just covered with wood. And then because of being thrifting and trying to not have to buy a new door, I just went and bought a pegboard. And actually at Home Depot, I just had them cut it to the length. They were nice enough. Actually, they don't cut cardboard. This is considered cardboard. But I slipped the guy next to $5 and he was like, yeah. So put a handle. This is a false handle. It doesn't turn, just whatever. Because this didn't have any hinges and we didn't drill like a real door knob into there, Home Depot sells these little ball bearing locks. I put 2 of them there, and they meet these plates here. And then to make it look just kind of cool, I have this blanket that was from India that my buddy had gifted me years ago, and every time I have a new studio, I put it on a door. So I've just have an Indian kind of cloth blanket covering the door. I went to Habitat for Humanity and I just found this nice piece of wood for people to touch it. And then I went and bought actually a new handle. This handle was probably the most expensive thing. I think it was like, I don't know, $15. But I didn't have a chance to go salvaging and look for it. And then I basically just spray painted it black before I put the blanket on, did the molding. And Steve had done this before. And that's it. So we made a door. Yeah, there it is. That goes to the mixing room. Don't do that again. Who's pretty on the inside? Who's pretty on the outside?